so much praise to give to Vitor and Fabio, who really just like knuckled down and pushed to get the Hatch dashboard out, and it's so good now. It's so good and fun to play with. I want to also just praise to Sam and Paulo and Nuggin for running Hatch parties, Hatch Param parties. The parties are really fun. I myself, the parties are really fun and really engaging. People seem to be really enjoying it. I also want to praise Mitch for an amazing forum post on the design your economy. It looks really good. And Katie for the blog post that she's working on right now, pushing it. I also want to dish major praise to Nate for also knuckling down to get all of the explanations for the various parameters dialed in and improving the forum posts. And major praise to Tam, as always, for bringing in organization and being a rock I can lean on. And with that, I'll pass it to Livia.
Still writing my praise. Okay, I'll try. I want to praise Angela and Shevnin and Mihal for the Academy, the TE Academy kickoff that I'm just coming from there right now. And I also want to praise Anna Marie, Jess, Just, and Julio. I'll help you on that, Ivy, for the amazing panel that we had today on DAOs. It was really, really interesting with our friends from Haifa and Seeds. And I want to praise Griff for all the Param parties that are happening. Also Sam and Nestor for holding these parties that are so much fun. And it's so easy to propose the Params from there. Pass. I guess I'll pass now. Pass to YGG.
Awesome. Thanks, Livia. Today, I want to praise all the yogis around the TEC and the whole metaverse and Web3 and Twitterverse and everything. I want to praise Jess, Blair, Livia, Lauren, and Durgados in the community here. And probably there's way more yogis, but some of these people have inspired some discussion around like holistic well-being and flows of energy and these kinds of things that come out of yoga. And I know Livy likes to get people stretching in the meetings. So I think that's all really good stuff that helps the community a lot. So praise to the yogis. I'll pass it over to Nate. Can't hear you, Nate. Oh, can you guys hear?
No. Sorry, Nate. Can't hear you.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I want to give praise to Mitch for the forum post, Juan for his continued work in Gravity, Chewy with his work in comms, and then Griff and ViViV and Katie for all of the work they've been doing around the dashboard. Eduardo for the Hatcher outreach, Tam as well, and Zepti for all the transparency work he's been doing in the background. And I will pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Nate. I want to make it easy today, and I want to give praise to everyone that's been joining the legal working group on the past weeks. Chuy, Sean, especially Sean, Septimus, Juan Carlos, Livy, and Griff. I really feel very, very happy to have this group of people together on the working group every week, and that we've gone way ahead of time through all the issues that we've been dealing with. So I really want to thank everyone on that, and also Tam for coordination, always Tam. And I'll pass it to let me see here, Mateo.
Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Happy week. I want to give praise for the social committee and especially Vivi for his work on the plugin to get some information for the users, especially the wallet addresses for the next distribution that we are going to make. Yeah, everyone that is making the hatch parameters. I haven't been able to join one, but I want to do it one of these days. Ya, al paso to Juanca.
Thanks, Mateo. I want to praise Livy, Griff, Tam, Metaverde, Didan, Edu, Sem, Vitor, Vai, Mateo, Nate, Chewy, Ivy, Sean from Legal, and Sean, YGG, Manu, Seb, and Jake for being awesome people who have like interacted with me in these weeks, and like it's so important for me like to have conversations with each one of you is amazing. And I will pass to Suga. Okay.
Katie, are you there? No?
Okay.
Sorry, Juan. Yeah.
I will pass to Tam.
Cool. So I'd like to give praise to Katie actually and Joe because they're very new to Web3 stuff, and it gives me a great opportunity to explain it and test my own understanding of it. And I really enjoy that. To Nate and Chewy for the thoughtfulness and care with which you approach all of the work that you do. Juan Carlos for being so reliable. Livia, because every SoftGov you ask questions and I think about the question until the next SoftGov meeting and I'm still answering the one from this week. Lauren for the new Commune Simulator article, and Vi, you're so thoughtful in all you do, and every time we interact with each other, it's such a pleasure to work with you. And I'll pass back to Griff to pass it on.
I'm here.
Take it.
Here, I couldn't unmute, so here I am with my swag. I would like to thank the swag team. Who is the swag team? I would like to praise Tam and Livia for their just amazing support. Tam for her super support. Livia, Jessica for that great panel you were just at that I was part of. Vi, and Chewy and Marco for helping me get through some barriers with some technical stuff. And I will pass it to Sam. Thank you.
Hello. I'm sorry, I was not finding the microphone. Yeah, this week I would like to give praise to 3 people. Of course, Paulo, who is here with me right now because we are in a hackathon for finishing things, and he's a beast. I mean, things have not stopped working on the Hatch frontend. So a lot of praise for Paulo. Also, I would like to give praise to Gabi and Fabri from One Hive because they are also working so hard on gardens in which we are going to build on top of. So, and they are also working together in Montevideo. So we I pass it to.
Thanks, Sam. This week, of course, I'd like to praise Sam for having an amazing hackathon week with me, and for to everyone who tested the Hatch demo. And yeah, I'll pass it to Mount Manu.
All right, thank you. Cool. Okay, so I'll praise Chewy for answering my questions and helping me with the content for the video. And I'm going to praise Griff for the Params parties and for welcoming me officially as a builder. I want to praise Vitor for the Param party that I just came from. I want to praise Septi for answering my questions always, all the time, like instantly. I want to praise Lauren for agreeing to meet with me and for all the work she's doing for Giveth. I want to praise Mitch for giving me feedback on the Giveth Changemaker post I put in. I want to praise Jessica for the interviews, which she did, without which I couldn't be doing the Y community video. I want to praise Tam for her organization skills and her charisma. I want to praise Edu for leading the Hatch outreach yesterday. And I want to praise Juanca for his weekly work on the gravity calls, which I moderate as best as I can, and for for him reading The Art of War, which is great for governance. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Septi.
Thank you, Manu. I dish praise to Chui because yesterday I was on a it's not TEC related, but I was like my little sisters. I was teaching them how to farm on honey farm, and honey's farm was down, and I was, oh no, they lose their money. But Chui told me, no, they didn't lose anything. They just give me a link, and yeah, it was cool. So for the girls, I wanna dish praise. This praise to Griff for all the Params parties, and also to Vitor, YGG, everyone who worked on the dashboard. Like, thank you guys, this is awesome. I wanna dish praise to Nate for the CEO, and yeah, of course Sam and Paulo for the second week working so hard on Madrid. Yeah, thank you guys. I also wanna dish praise to Livy. She's everywhere. She's like the soul of this community. I really appreciate it. And I also want to dish praise to Mateo, because I don't praise you enough and you're doing a lot. Thank you, man. And I'll pass it to Craig.
Hello. Dish and praise, right? I'll dish praise to Sem, Paulo, Griff, and whomever else has been working on the back end. Vitor and Griff and whomever else has been working on the Params dashboard, and Chewy, Nate, Mitch for great work in comms. Back to you, Griff.
And I'll sling it to Blair.
I guess I'll praise the folks who have helped out with the lab series. I was really nervous going into it, didn't think I had time, but it's been great having a community of people kind of rally around and help out. So I'll praise Sean, Jess, Peter for all their help, and praising Nathan for coordinating with GrassRoots Econ for us to come speak today.
All right. Well, I can pass it for you. How about Chewy?
Okay, I've been drinking so much coffee today, so hopefully I'll make it in a minute. I want to praise Griff for all of his guidance and help. I want to praise Juan Carlos for amazing work in Gravity. I also want to praise Mitch, Nate, and Marco for being comms heroes. I want to praise Edu, Katie, and Tam for very motivating one-on-ones. I also want to praise ViViV for being the ultimate Discord wizard. I want to praise Mount Mano for all of his awesome contributions. I'm really looking forward to putting together some more content. And I think that's... Oh, and the Common Swarm team. Sam, Paulo, Fabi, Gabi, heroes with no capes, I insist. And did I still make it? I can't believe it. Okay, I'll pass it to YGG.
Yeah, I went. Thanks. I'll pass to Griff.
Nice. And I'll sling it to Eduardo.
Hello. I want to dish praise to YGG for cutting his bird. That's nice. So, way to go. I want to dish praise to Shui for one-on-one that was really productive. Also to Livy and Sepnem for the meeting that we just had regarding proposals. Thank you so much for helping and guiding this process. On the same topic, praise to Jess for helping with the proposals and always being there and answering at the moment, and being direct and honest. So that's highly appreciated. Praise to Tam for being Tam. I mean, there is nothing. I mean, it explains itself. I want to dish praise to Septimus for the same old, always present. Mount Manu for his video, and that will be all. Back to you, Griff.
I love that. I love that little beep. It's so fun. Let's pass it to Jess.
Hello, everybody. Cheers to you. I got a new pineapple cup. I just wanted to share my joy with you. I would like to... I took my time. I would like to praise Jeff, Zargum, Sean, Tanner, who is Cadmelia for you, Ivy, for working on DAO to DAO collaboration and adapter models. Rock on. I want to praise Sherman for working on a new book about managing commons, and I think it has to deal with the environment. And I would like to praise Lauren for her and Vitor for their series. And I want to praise all the people who worked on the dashboard. And I want to praise particularly Nugan, Pablo, for hosting the parties that I was able to join this morning. Super appreciate it. And I'll pass it on. Keep it light.
Okay, let's go to Lauren.
Hey, everyone. I'd like to praise everyone who's been hosting the Params parties, Griff, Nuggin, Vitor, Septimus, and Nate, who I think is picking one up too. I want to praise Blair and Peter for doing such a good job of the CAD course. And I want to praise Ivy for always translating all of the praise and for managing the Twitter. And then also whoever else is involved in the Twitter. The Twitter is great. And I'll pass it to maybe Shyla? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I have no idea what this praise business is, but praise to all of you for making it today.
Nice. Well, yeah. If for next time, if there was someone who impacted your world in the token engineering space or in the crypto space in general, you can just like show gratitude. That's the game.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And I believe Mitch still has to go. I don't. Yeah, there he is.
I'm here. Don't worry. I'd like to praise Anna Marie for diving into content editing and the fast review on the Hatch dashboard document. Praise to Joey for fleshing out content distribution and leading communications. Praise to Livy and among many others for finalizing the MVV. Praise Griff, Vitor, Sam, and Nuggin for leading so many damn Param parties. And praise to Vi for fixing my meme. And I'll pass it back to Griff.
5IV is our last one. What you got, Vi? Man, I swear Discord hid the mute button today, huh? Are you there, 5IV? Oh no. Okay. Well, 5IV, if you jump back in and unmute, then we'll feel free to jump in because I'm sure you have some awesome praise to give. Let's start this show. Thank you guys so much for joining today. It's a really awesome day. We have so much action going on. The praise always gets me like a little high. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of praise and I want more. I know you want more and there is more. Just join the Discord, and if you want praise powers, I just gave praise powers to Nuggin and Andy, and Chris is generally the person who can give out praise powers and has like a little intro to tell you how it goes. So feel free to reach out to Chris Jones and he'll tell you how praise works. But if you just want to receive praise, that's also awesome. You get it in Discord and you also get it in this Telegram group. It's really nice to have you in both places. So if you can join t.me/tepraise, that will help Ivy just find you on Telegram and just praise to you. So here we go. Let's get this party started. I'll be facilitating and Wonka will be moderating. And if you have any small issue, just like, or even notice some weirdness between people, it'd be really great to have some more practice with the Gravity group to like get these problems early, before they become a big deal. It's really nice. It's like someone's getting someone's name wrong, or anything small or big, of course. Please fill out this type form. It's really critical for our success as a community to improve the relational factor. And with that, I will pass it to Tamara. Tell us about community stewards.
Okay, cool. So, oops, hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to share my screen, but here, that's better. Okay, so we're in Sprint 9, and in honor of May the 4th be with you, we named our sprint No Luke, I Am the Params, also in honor of the big push for Params. This is what we're doing, your economy, your choice. If you want to feel the excitement of participating in a sprint planning session, I encourage you to come see how the sausage is made. We do our sprint planning every other Friday. It's on the TEC Cal, and our sprint retrospective every other Thursday. Of course, it's the community stewards who do the planning, but anyone's welcome to hang out with us and hear what we're doing. So the roadmap is also available for you to jump in and look in if you want to see more details. And usually we avoid committing to hard dates because of the nature of the work that we're doing here and the unexpected, the unknown unknowns that can pop up. But here is one for you, and it's next Thursday, May 13th, which the Parameters Group will talk a little bit more about for the final vote for the first voting for the hatch configurations. We are still on track for the hatch at the end of the month, and the progress towards the hatch isn't really changed much since last week. Still over 90 hatchers and 400,000 DAI in soft commitments. The Community Stewards Working Group happens every Wednesday at 7 p.m. CET. Feel free to jump on that too if you want to join us. And of course, the Zen Hub board, if you come and you want to see what the stewards are working on and what all contributors are working on in this sprint, you drop down milestones to Sprint 9 and you can see everything that's in progress. And I'll pass to Santi with legal.
Thank you, Tam. All right. Well, with legal, we meet every Friday, 4 p.m. Central European Time. You're welcome to come. We've been a few in the last weeks, and we've been blessed with Sean, who's been doing an incredible job. I cannot. I wouldn't stop saying it because he's been leading this the legal side of the group every week, and his work has been incredibly amazing. That also has helped us to get done ahead of time, which is also feeling very, very good. And we're going to be ending. We almost are, but we're going to be ending the terms proposal tomorrow probably, and we're going to go through several small and minor legal stuff. Like we're going to discuss the new rules that Suga posted on Discord. And we're also working on some of the legal issues around anyone on the community posting on third-party services, and a little words around that. And you're welcome to come. Everything is on the Zen Hub. You can check on legal, and would love to see you if you join us. And with that, I'll pass it to Gravity, Juan Carlos.
Yeah. Thank you, Santi. Well, in Gravity, we are normalizing talking about how conflicting all our lives are and how can we help one another as a community. I mean, all our lives are very chaotic, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. And like world is a chaos itself, and we're working to make things better, but it doesn't mean that we are going to take like chaos out of the equation, and we should be able to manage it peacefully and as a community. So if I give you a spoiler for what we're going to talk after this meeting, that is our weekly call, is like, how do you handle conflict around you? That's a question I have been having this week. So if you want to answer this question and see what others think about this, you can come to our call that is after this. We have a process to handle conflicts that has 4 steps. We also have a type form that you can fill if you see or want to like help or want to request help with a conflicting issue. And we have like our manifesto or audits. We have already done our first Graviton training, and we are looking to empower Gravitons and to make more training. So yeah, we are trying to have alternative dispute resolution into DAOs, and yeah, this is coming from a working group from the TEC, but it's like a project that we wish to sustain long term in the DAO ecosystem. So yeah, everyone is invited, and I will pass to Hatcher Outreach.
Cool. I guess I'll get started, Eduardo, and pass to you. Okay, cool. So the Hatch Outreach team, I think the thing that I want to emphasize here, it's a closed hatch, right? So it's closed to number go up people, but it's an open hatch to trusted seed members. And the last few weeks, because it's a closed hatch and we're doing these one and run personal outreaches to everyone that we think really should be inside the TEC and would really contribute a lot of value here. I'd say the hatch team has been like burning the midnight oil for weeks now. So we're shifting our strategy a little and like downshifting after 90 one-on-one sessions, downshifting on these one-on-one sessions and putting some of that effort into more strategic explainers and diagrams that can be shared and is a little bit more consumable, simplifying the complexity. We're still having these Hatch outreach sessions. I was the only one there today, so I turned on Rebot and was listening to some Stevie Wonder. So next Thursday at 1 p.m., if you have nothing else to do, or if you want to like hang out with me and listen to Stevie Wonder, Eduardo or I are always there. And if you have any questions about Hatchers, the TEC Hatch, that's the place to do it. And I'll pass to Eduardo to talk about proposals.
Hello, everyone. Yes, on the proposal side, we are making some steps and trying to understand the approach that we're going to take for proposals. For the past weeks, we were outreaching projects in order to submit proposals to the forum. We are now outreaching, not conditioning people to submit necessarily, but just letting them know where we are. And then we are focusing on engaging the proposals that have been already proposed in the forum. And we had our first session today with Livy and Decade, where we basically asked them, hey, how are you? What is your updates? Do you have any new updates? Do you have any questions? And it's a follow-up that we are doing in a way to sort of also have a community strength and building process with the proposals that has been submitted. So in the next weeks, what we're going to do is to also keep engaging with proposals that have been submitted and find a way to outreach projects that we feel are interesting and are relevant for our community to improve. So that will be all. Back to you, Livy, I think is the next one.
Thanks, Edu. Well, we don't have that many updates for SoftGov today. So I wanted to, first that we finished the MVV. We have a final version now. You can check in the Git book and also in the forum. And Craig is writing an amazing post like he always does for the updates of the community, and it will be there too. So yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. And on the SourceCred side, the committee is rolling. Major praise to ViViV, who basically finished already the bot that we have. Is just final tweaks to have a bot that will collect addresses from everyone. So we'll have in our database and include on SourceCred. And we're also investigating what are the possibilities SourceCred has to help us distribute praise and have like this post-hatch continuous funding for all the soft contributions that have been happening. And we had a glossary hack last week that was amazing, and it's a lot of work actually. So if you're looking for something to do async and you just want to jump in and collaborate at your own time, there is this document. Thank you to everyone who collaborated. Nate, Griff, Katie, Zapti. I think there was a lot more people there, but yeah, feel free to jump in. And then we have the AMA calls that they've been de-accelerating a little bit. Maybe we need to pump it a little bit on Twitter and tell people that we've been having this AMA calls. So if you have any doubts, reach out to Katie or to any of us. But Katie has been handling onboarding in a very beautiful way. So message her if you want to be onboarded or come to the AMA calls. And then I wanted to post a few questions because governance is something that we're doing constantly. And now that we are in this moment, choosing the hatch params and going forward with token log, and so close to the hatch, I just want everyone to think what we've been thinking in SoftGov, that what are the decisions that you're comfortable with taking? Like, what if you really pay attention and have a look at yourself, and what are the choices you've been making? What are the ones that are very automatic or comfortable to you? And what are the decisions that are exciting but might be challenging? So what is there on the edge? And what are the decisions that you don't feel comfortable about and that you would rather delegate? I think this is a very interesting discussion. If anyone has insights, and if you decide to take this questioning journey to yourself and you want to share with me or with everyone, you're super welcome. And with that, I will pass to transparency and Zaptimus.
Thanks, Levi. Yeah, on transparency, it's like super cool. Like on this next week, we are going to make a lot of decisions on Monday, 3 p.m. CET. Since like the bot is ready, we are starting how to manage these files all together on the community, and yeah, we will decide how to organize it, and be super cool if you guys join. Also, like the audits are going super great. Like it's only left 2 working groups, so we have like all the first round complete. So yeah, it's awesome. And I'll pass it to Omega working group. Who takes it, Levi or Juan? Or I can also take something.
Omega has been going in a very interesting direction of curating knowledge for the TE space. So there is the type form going on that if you haven't filled yet, or if you want token engineers to fill, please send it around. And there is a proposal being shaped to submit to the Commons to fund this continuous research of what would be the library of this flower. So if we could go to each one of these petals and have a comprehensive list of resources, that would be amazing and a huge contribution to the token engineering space. So we're looking into who are the partners, who are the people that could collaborate to this knowledge and start building this database. And mostly led by Shabnan, that is doing a very beautiful work with it. And pass to comms.
Thank you, Libby. So the comms working group meets in Tuesdays. And also we've been having our content workshops. So if you want to come in and hang out, there's a lot of work right now, a lot. So first of all, Mitch's forum post on Design Your Economy is a tool that we can all probably use regardless of what we're doing. we need to get like as many proposals as possible, and we need to like hype people to get to use the dashboard in the next days. So yeah, I think this is a great tool for the community. And if you have not read through it yet, or if you haven't tried the dashboard in one of our Params parties, please do so. Please don't underestimate how you can contribute in this stage. We've been like tirelessly repeating this, and I'll just say it once more again. Like, this is the first economy built from the bottom up. So. And oh yeah, and the post also has some great memes. So you should check it out. And we're having a Params parties, and for other communities, like as we mentioned, we are gonna start making different like styles of approaches. So this is the first one. Tomorrow we're gonna have a Param party in one hive, and we're making it look like a rave. So let's see how that works. And yeah, music is going to be curated by Herminio. He's coming up with a Hivecraft project in one hive. So also like a small recommendation on the side if you haven't checked it out. We're going to be doing this in other communities. So if you have any ideas or like how to approach this, like let's just experiment with it, and let's try to make this like as interesting as we can. This is like this is going to be our challenge for the next weeks with the dashboard and also the hatch eventually. Mount Manu has been doing like some great contributions. He's been working on the interviews video, as you know, and we're going to be putting together some animated videos as well. So if you are familiar with the hatch demo, we have like a video of Griff on the top. So that's going to be replaced by a minute-long video with an animation and some better text in it. So we're slowly getting there, finding the right way to communicate these ideas to other audiences, and also finding the best way to do it in our own community. Content workshops, as I mentioned, we have one on Mondays that is better with European time, I think, and Thursdays are better for Asian time. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to double check that. But we have this option for different time zones. Please, like if you are writing or working on anything, like if you need some feedback on your memes, like whatever, just please come in and hang out. Like we don't want you to feel like a commitment to the content workshops. They are like a fun space to come and share and do some peer reading and feedback. So yeah, also for our SEO progress, I included the SEO keyword research in our agenda. So please also come and contribute. That can also help us a lot. And also on T-Wolf's presentation, we don't have any that many progress, but yeah, we're gonna be advancing on that. And meme parties, like they're epic. If you haven't come to one, yeah, you won't understand. You have to come to meme parties. That's it, and I'll pass it to Params.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Obviously, I don't think I need to talk too long because you guys know what's up. There's Param parties, and they're fucking awesome. Like, they're so much fun. They're almost as fun as meme parties. I'm not gonna lie. Meme parties. Just a little back shill to Chewy. Like, I didn't understand the power of meme parties until now. I feel like I can just do a meme like this. You know, after like 5 or 6, the learning curve is like so fast, and then all of a sudden it's like you're just slinging memes like nothing. I promise you want to hit meme parties, and you want to hit Param parties. There's a fun post that I put here that's going to be replaced by a much better Medium post by Katie. Thank you so much, Katie, for taking that on. But really, this is the point. This is the magic. This is what the TEC is taking to the next level that's never been done before. There's never been a collectively designed economy ever. And this participatory democracy is cool, but participatory economics is next level. So I think we need to be really proud of ourselves and not be shy about the crazy action that is happening, and also brag to our friends about all these opportunities they have to design their own economy. How many people want to be token engineers? How many people want to actually like submit their parameters, the ones that they spent like, 3 or 4 hours on, maybe less, probably less. Maybe they just forked someone and just tweaked one little thing, and then boom, they were the ones who were chosen to design an economy. It's so cool. So obviously there's lots of times. Come to this forum post, and I want to open it up if anyone wants to host a Param party. They are so much fun political discussions. All of a sudden, choosing parameters, technical parameters, has become political. Okay, and it is fun. The Hatch tribute arguments are great on both sides, and you don't want to miss it. And if you want to host one, please DM me, but also feel free to just post a comment here and add your time that you want to do, and I'll see that too, and everyone else will see it. So you don't have to wait for me if I'm slow. Other thing I wanted to just point out is this forum post where we are discussing kind of the macro levels of the Hatch. So it's a great place if you have a good post, a good set of parameters that you want to shill. Put it on here so you can get some votes, and also like talk about why you like certain things or other things. It'd be great to get more engagement in the forum on different parameters that you feel strongly about. Like if this is a great place to talk about like how the parameters are interconnected and why this proposal is better than that proposal, and compare proposals. And then if you really have ideas about a parameter, dive into that parameter post and talk about it there. The little question mark on token log will bring you straight to the forum. Okay, I always talk too much. I think that's all that needs to be said. Join some Param parties, and I'll pass it to the common swarm who has something exciting.
Hello, everyone. Well, this week we have been doing a lot of work that you can see in the Common Swarm updates made by Chui. Some of it is pretty technical, but basically the important thing is that we have made a better Hatch frontend, which includes many things. Well, actually, here it is. Okay, yeah. You can play with it. It is in demo hatch netlify.app. I don't know if you want to go there, Liv. And the most interesting thing that you can play with is with redemptions. The confetti. Paulo had to reduce it in mobile because in mobile it was crashing. So you have less confetti in mobiles. Okay, and the most important thing is that you can play with is with redeeming or rage quitting. It is not working right now because we have we are closing the hatch, but it is taking ages. We are minting the test tech for all the impact hours people, and we are in the transaction number 15 or of 18, and I don't know what is going on today with XDAI. I think that, or I don't know what is going on. It is taking ages. Maybe it's because there is a lot of activity, but it will be done. We are on a rate of 10 minutes per transaction. So after this call, you will be able to play with redeeming your test tech if you want. And the time for redeeming is from now to 1 day, 3 days after the vote passes or something like that. So the timeline is there. So there is a duration of 2 days a voting duration of 2 days, and then you have 4 days when the vote has passed to rage quit if you want. You can also rage quit. Meanwhile, the vote is there, is open. So yeah, this is the update. I don't know if Paulo wants to say something.
Oh, I think you said all.
Yeah, he has been. I already said that, but he has been a real hero this time. And yeah, I pass it to the spotlight.
Yeah. I just before I throw it to the spotlight, please help us. There's this really awesome feedback form right here that is so cool. Also, you couldn't see it, but when I clicked here to connect, a little MetaMask pop-up that's like, hey, you need to switch to XDAI. Click this and switch to XDAI. Oh, it was so nice. Oh, it was so good. And this feedback form is also really nice. If there's something that you see that could be better, this is our opportunity to make it better. So please tell us. If you see something, say something, and we'll fix it. And we'll really appreciate your support. Also, we need people to test rage quitting. We need to know it works. So be a hero and rage quit. Rage quit from this DAO. Have the experience. It's pretty fun, and you'll get some of your DAI back, and we'll get to see if it works. And also, when you're doing that rage quit, you're the first person to ever use this application to rage quit. So, like, tell us if it could be better, if something was non-intuitive. Yeah, thank you guys, and let's pass it to Blair and GrassRoots Economics. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much for presenting today.
Yeah, thanks for having us. So Shyla that's in the chat is from GrassRoots Econ as well. And this is my first time meeting her. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what she's working on. And I think since we have a few minutes, we would each do like an introduction of ourselves and what we do at GrassRoots, and then kind of fill you in on some of like the exciting things we're working on. So my name is Blair. I've been with GrassRoots since this last fall, probably October, I think. I was like transitioning out of like the corporate tech world and wanted to make an impact with in the decentralized space. And GrassRoots, it was just an awesome project, and they needed some DevOps help, so I jumped in with them. And since then, we've been doing a lot of replatting our tech stack, and so we've just been like going like crazy on the technical side, trying to kind of replatform where we're at, and I can speak more to that. But I don't know, Shyla, do you want to introduce yourself? And also, yeah.
Sure. So my name is Shyla Aga. I'm the incoming director for GrassRoots Economics. Just like you, Blair, I actually just ventured off from the capitalistic corporate world and into the humanitarian sector. So basically, I'm going to be dealing with grants, corporate relations, a lot of the business development side as well. I think we should probably introduce GrassRoots Economics and what they do. So it's been around for about 10 years now, and they started off as an alternative currency called EcoPesa. So it's actually like proper like bank notes that were being used in different informal settlements. And it was quite a success. And they had that for about 3-4 years. And then in 2016, they kind of launched their USSD digital wallet, which is now called Sarafu. Also a raving success. So basically, when people dial in the short code, they receive a certain amount, in our case, 50 Sarafu. And then they can trade with one another. And basically, obviously, the digital side of it is way better because now it's not stuck to the certain regions like the paper currencies were stuck to. Each settlement kind of had their own currency. So now with the digital currency, at least you can trade between communities. And maybe Blair, you can take over for now.
Yeah, that was a great setup. there. So that was kind of I think that history kind of took us to where we were at last fall. And so we have this one network currency called Sarafu. And that's kind of what people get for joining, and it's a credit that you can trade within your communities. Right now, if we were going to launch this V2 of our app, we would still have Sarafu, and that Sarafu has a 2% demurrage tax on it. So you're incentivized to move that currency through the economy and not hold on to it. And so that's, I guess it's just like, this is like almost like cash aid meets like crypto liquidity or something, where you can think about it like that. The place we want to get to is this idea of community inclusion currencies sorry, these slides aren't totally great. I might have to talk and then find the slide.
That's
but
fine.
the idea of a community inclusion currency would be, we would like it so that we could go into communities and communities can commit a certain amount of goods and services that they provide in exchange for a token up front that can then go be spent inside the community in exchange with other people. And then throughout the course of the year, redeem that like essentially a loan up, over the course of the year, clear that loan, and then start another loan cycle. So each one of those CICs would be managed by a local group of, elders or decision makers in the group, oftentimes chamas, which I think Shiloh works with a lot and can speak to more. But that CIC would be unique to that community. And then the idea is that we would bridge these communities together with bonding curves, so they can exchange these different tokens at various exchange rates based on the trade deficit that exists between them. And things rapidly start building out this decentralized group of tokens and stuff that I'm sure everyone's familiar with the concept here. But we're on the course of trying to get to that point, we realized that the tech stack we had at GrassRoots was really limiting, in that it was developed by a group of engineers that made it and then left. And so it was very, very rigid and hard for us to deal with. And so we just said screw it, we'll just redo the whole thing ourselves. And so that's what we've been doing the last few weeks. There's we have 4 core engineers with a couple people that are helping around the outside, but we're basically replatting the system to be much more flexible, kind of chain agnostic too, so we can move around to different chains as we need to. And trying to use that as a jumping off point for us to launch these CIC currencies. So essentially where we're at right now is we don't have these CICs. We have this Sarafu token that acts as a network token. And then as we phase into higher rollouts, we'll have more the CIC kind of thing. So with that is kind of the context of where GrassRoots is at right now from a core level. There's a bunch of really exciting stuff that Will Reddick, the co-founder of GrassRoots, and Shell's been working on around kind of hey, we have this currency, so what's the rest of the ecosystem around this look like? And so using the community currencies to fund developing a community farm, and then being able to pay people for contributions on the farm, and being able to generate decision making and consensus around these community nexus points and stuff like that. So I don't know, Shelly, do you want to talk about some of your work with the chamas and the farm?
Yeah, sure. So the chamas are basically just these mutual credit schemes where it's mostly women, they come together and then they decide to basically mint their own currency that's backed by the products and services that they provide. So we realized that since it was mostly women, then they're mostly using the Sarafu for food and water, that maybe we could come up with this income generating activity that we could now pump in, kind of seed in the money that way, so through the inputs. And it's been great. We had this guy come and teach us about syntropic farming, which is this new method of farming. Well, I don't know if it's new, but it's this new age farming method where you kind of use forests, fruit trees, all these different grasses like turmeric and ginger, and it's kind of this synergistic farming method where everything is kind of used, you know. You have like as one part of the forest becomes like this mulch that's used to, you know, put on the rest of the thing. Then you've got the vegetables on the other side. So even after a few months, like even for years to come, you've got like this constant produce, and it's like an all year round produce. And seeing that Kenya is like one of the countries that's really affected by climate change because it's like 80% semi-arid lands, you kind of need something that's more resilient, that's going to work throughout the year. So we also like built water pans as well, so that they had like a source of water, and then so we give them the sort of seeds as well. So what we found was with like traditional aid, you come in and you give people food, right? Great. Okay, you feed them for like a few days. But then with this kind of method, they have this decency about them because they feel like they're the ones who are creating the food for themselves, and then they're using these tokens to like pay for the workers who are then buying the produce with the token. So it's like this closed economy, and even when we leave, it's like this completely autonomous system that just keeps working for like, you know, time and again. So we have had a few farms that have been like really good success, and we're really happy about it because even after the donor funds like leave, there's still this like multiplier effect, and the women are like no longer using their money to buy food. Like they're all using the Sarafu token now, so then they can use their money for like things like hygiene and for water, like for drinking water, clean drinking water, and for health, you know. So it's like really it's boosted their like it's completely empowered them and completely changed the communities, and I'm so honored to be working with them. It's really, really great. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for that overview. Yeah, the farm stuff's really interesting. That was actually somebody, I still need to track them down, but it was somebody from Curacao, who's like the DAO on the Curacao Islands, that came and taught Will how to do this stuff. And so it's just like really awesome that like the Web3 permaculture nexus, you know, is like spreading around the world and like sharing stuff. So in the last couple of minutes, I just want to plug a couple things coming up that like we are doing that are really exciting. The first is that we, in partnership with like UNICEF, I think there's a lot of movement, like a lot of momentum in the space, the Web3 space right now, to work on this like decentralized certification kind of protocol or ideas. And like in partnership with like UNICEF and some other group, like humanitarian organizations, there's this, you know, idea of putting this hackathon together so we can do like, you know, certifications and then be able to sign them, and then have people in the community redeem those certifications for goods and services, or even just monetary payment, so people can like get expertise in like synanthropic agriculture and then be able to like hang on to that NFT. And then like if some business person in the city wants to like redeem people for like getting that certification, they can easily like look them up and like send them funds and stuff. So that's kind of like the high level of it, but like that we're still talking about what that looks like, but like probably we'll announce something for like July for like a hackathon around, it'd be like NFTs for like the humanitarian space. And like I'm very much in this like certification kind of realm. And then the other really cool thing that we're working on is like we have this like, you know, decentralized infrastructure. We're trying to build this app, but like, you know, Africa just doesn't have like a ton of like data centers and stuff. And so it's like, how do we like bring these kind of like this, you know, blockchain validator slash need for infrastructure like wireless accessibility down to like the kind of the grassroots level. And so we've been talking with like Althea Network, who does kind of like incentivized mesh network. Sorry.
It's okay. We're just at the hour.
Okay. So yeah, we're working with them as well. And so we'll have more information about that. But yeah, anyway, I can drop our links to get a hold of us in the chat, and then you guys can pop into our Mattermost to say hi. So that's it.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah. Drop as many links as you can. I mean, community currencies fueled by token engineered bonding curves and such advancement and having direct impact in Kenya. Obviously you guys are working on incredible things, and we would love to support and just get involved. So yeah, give us as many links as you can. I encourage everyone to check it out. GrassRoots Economics are next